The key to stop shooting yourself in the foot in life and business is what you focus on expands. So you need to practice positive focus. Exercise, exerting positive focus. This is the key. What you focus on expands. If you don't pay attention to this, naturally you're going to have negative focus. Our natural default as human beings is negative focus. And so we've got to exercise like a muscle, exerting positive focus. Let's talk about it. I'm Sensei Victoria Whitfield, your journey partner in business, welcoming you back to another episode of your business energy flow forecast from the dojo, from my mansion. I'm here in my treatment room here in New Jersey. Whenever you're ready, you're welcome to come here. These business energy flow forecasts are from me as your energy weather lady, so that you know what to expect in the day and week ahead. Bookmark this video, listen to it every morning as you are going through your morning journaling and miracle morning, or as you're getting ready to set your mind right before you get into the day. Cast the setting of your mind so that as you pour your energy, attention, and actions into the day, you know that you're filling that cast with really good energy and it's going to come out well. So this is all about increasing your energy so that you can increase your income and impact as a conscious entrepreneur. This is the second in a 4-episode exploration of getting a grip on our minds. Our attention has been running like a wild horse. We need to grab the reins and bring her back in, right? Because if you don't, she's just going to run wild or pretty much destroy everything. We've got to get ourselves back on track, and we're turning to history, science, and spirit to guide us in this path, especially during this 4-episode series. Last week we covered the first episode, right? With finding our oxygen. Today we're talking about positive focus. We're turning to algorithmic science and technology to help us understand how to order our minds and our behaviors again. Sometimes we need to think outside the box in order to reset, recalibrate, and come back to center. With that, coming back to our topic of positive focus. So many people talk about positive vibes only here, right? I want to raise my vibration. And don't get me wrong, I'm a Reiki master, right? You see my crystals left and right, of course. Absolutely, I understand the importance of energy. But when we're talking about vibes and positivity, I want to be clear what I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about drugs and weed or listening to like tones or buying crystals and stuff. No, this is nothing external and nothing to suppress your sensitivity. Instead, what we're really talking about, when I'm saying positive focus, I'm talking about one thing: discipline. Discipline? Ew, no. Discipline like pow pow discipline, Victoria? Like, no. Honoring the inner divine masculine, your inner man, your inner father energy that serves, protects, and provides for your radiant feminine, having the ability to share all of that wonderful, juicy, delicious energy and curiosity and open-heartedness and infinite abundance. We need that inner man to protect her. I'm not talking about whether you're male or female, by the way. I serve men and women. Within every one of us, following the work of Carl Jung as a psychoanalyst, within every one of us is the anima and the animus, right? The anima is the inner woman, the divine feminine within all beings, within all psyches. And the animus is the inner man, the divine masculine within all of us. It is an energy, it is a structure. And so when I'm talking about positive focus, I'm talking about calling up the discipline from your inner man, your inner divine masculine, to serve, protect, and provide that stability and positive container for the feminine of your focus. Your focus is the divine feminine. You're just going to pour your awareness like water whoosh, into everything. It's going to go wherever. If the water doesn't have a container, though, it's just going to get all over everything. It'll be a mess. But if it has a container, then we have productivity, right? We can really do something. We can really enjoy the water and harness and flow with it, right? So when we're talking about positive focus, we're actually talking about having discipline and structure. And so rather than like an airy-fairy, highly feminine, unstructured approach to positive vibes, no. Positive focus is an exercise that you exert on a regular basis, especially as a form of psychic self-defense. Okay, negativity, you want to come get some of this? I got you. Like, let's go. Like, come on, negativity. Where's the inner man? Defending like a boxer, right? Defending like a soldier, like a knight in shining armor. The truth, the creativity, the sensitivity. Who's defending? The queen. In you, regardless of your gender, regardless of your sex or chromosomes or performance or preferences, etc. I'm talking about the inner man, the anima, and the animus. These are part of your subconscious, right? The divine masculine is an energy, the same way the divine feminine is an energy. And with love, my spirit guides have sent me today in particular to tell you your divine masculine is lacking. We're a little bit low on the T. Like we need a little bit more, like give him some weights, give him some extra protein, like he needs help. Because the feminine is, she's running the show. She's running wild. She's freaked out about everything. She is overwhelmed. She is overloaded. She's overflowing. She's erratic. She's emotional. She's messing up everything. She's a disaster. She's just pouring her crap all over everyone. She's just like a crap river, just pouring all over everything and keeping you up at night with anxiety. The overabundance of the feminine is anxiety, or waking you up early with worries of like, well, what if, and all of that, like all the imaginations. She's torturing you because there's no man at home in you. And I don't care if you're gay or straight. I'm talking about your inner man. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about yang qi, right? If we're looking at the Tao, right? The yin and yang. We're talking about the inner discipline of saying, cut it out. I love you. Cut it out. Right? We're sleeping now, babe. Stop freaking me out. I'm here now. I love you. And we have to sleep through the night in order to go through another day. Where's the inner man keeping her in line for her? Not dominating, but instead containing, right? Just like that cup, the structure containing the feminine so that it is deliciously enjoyed all that juice rather than splashed and wasted and indiscriminate and destructive, right? We have beautiful original walnut floors here at my office, right? And if we were to pour out all that water on it, that would be destructive, right? No, this is a historic building. We don't want to do that. We want things to be clean and orderly and crisp so that the energy is clear. That's the goal. Not for him to dominate, not for her to dominate. The goal is peace and clarity. That's why we exercise positive focus. And what does that mean? From a moment-to-moment basis, choosing. Repeat after me. Choosing. Repeat after me. Choosing to focus on the positive. I learned this from one of my mentors. Shout out to you, Fabienne, who she even says it out loud. Positive focus. I woke up today. Positive focus. I had a really delicious glass of water. Positive focus. We got a new client. Positive focus. My son gave me a hug today, right? Positive. She even says it out loud where you are choosing. That is the divine masculine being disciplined, getting his reps in, saying, this is a safe mind. I decree and declare this mind is a safe mind. Positive focus. He's coming in and being such a powerful, delicious, strong, structured, organized king of his kingdom, governing with compassion and clarity and ease, serving the inner peace, protecting the inner peace, providing the inner peace, through getting your reps in, you inside of you, the inner man in you, getting your reps in on positive focus. Let's read about it. So in Think and Grow Rich, we're coming to the chapter number 6 on imagination. To learn more about this, right? Because the imagination is the workshop of our minds, and we've got to get this in order. We got to get a grip, rein her back in. The imagination is literally the workshop wherein are fashioned all plans created by humanity. The impulse, the desire is given shape, form, and action through the aid of the imaginative faculty of the mind. Through the aid of this imaginative faculty, humanity has discovered and harnessed more of nature's forces during the past 50 years than during the entire history of the human race previous to that time. Humanity has conquered the air so completely that the birds are a poor match for him in flying. He has analyzed and weighed the sun at a distance of millions of miles and has determined through the aid of imagination the elements of which it consists. She has increased the speed of locomotion until she may now travel at a speed of more than 600 miles an hour. Humanity's only limitation within reason lies in their development of their own imagination. Humanity has not yet reached the apex of development in the use of his imaginative faculty. He has merely discovered that he has an imagination and has commenced to use it in a very elementary way. Tying this back to positive focus. The only limit on you is your mind. That is it. Whatever you imagine comes to pass. And this alone is a revolution. Like as Napoleon Hill is saying here, like to even know that you have an imagination and that you can use it at will for yourself is like already. And for those of you who've been on the personal growth and development path for a while now, you may think, oh yeah, I've heard that a million years ago, done and dusted. Don't say I got it. You can't say I got it. unless you're getting your reps in. No, you can't. You can't say, oh, yeah, Victoria, I know I have an imagination. I know the only limits to me are on my own mind. Like, my own mind's the only thing that's holding me back. Who's holding me back? I am. Only me. Yeah. Don't yeah. Yourself. You're not yeah-yang me, okay? I don't know who you think you're talking to. If that was you just now, you can't yeah me. Because if you aren't getting your reps in, you don't know jack. You don't know anything, right? With love, I've learned that the hard way. Last year, Valentine's Day, so this is almost 2 years now, I've embraced powerlifting. And let me tell you, I don't know I can pick things up until I try. And I don't get stronger or better at doing it unless I get my reps in on a regular basis. It's not, oh, I lifted once and now I'm a muscle babe. No, it's the consistency and the discipline on a regular basis, repeated over time, coming back to doing it over and over and over again, getting your reps in. That's where strength comes from. I can't, like, when my trainer was showing me how to do a deadlift, I didn't yeah him. I didn't. In my head, I thought I knew some things, but when I put my hands on that bar and went to stand up, I was like, I don't know, Jack. Shift. I don't know anything. To the point where every time now I go to do a deadlift, my affirmation is, focus on form. Here goes something. I don't know what's about to happen. Focus on form. Here goes something. And so I just see what happens, right? Sometimes my body surprises me. Sometimes it does exactly what I was expecting to happen. That's very satisfying. But you got to get your reps in to be able to get to that point. As above, so below. As with the body, so with the mind. You have got to get your reps in on exerting positive focus, having a sense of mental discipline. Now, I know my viewers. The last thing you want to hear is anything about discipline. You're like, girl, bye, give me my ice cream. I've had it. I don't want to hear this crap, right? My viewers are soulful, heartfelt, creative, artistic, flowing healers and magicians and all kinds of magical stuff. And you're creative entrepreneurs, and your business is like your work of art in life, and blah, blah, blah. Get a grip, get discipline, get some structure, because you need it. And you know you need it. And that's also why you're watching me as opposed to some other Reiki master or energy person who's going to be like, yeah, like spirit, you're going to manifest it. He's going to come to you one day. If you just close your eyes and say shamalama ding dong, it'll just slap you in the face. I'm not that. I'm a realist, and I'm a real manifester. I'm standing inside of a manifestation, right? So if that's you, if you want to actually make things happen, if you actually want to see the health, wealth, and love that you're calling off of your vision board and into your life, stay tuned. And especially join us on School. If you have not yet joined our online community, the Be Visionary Movement on School, now's a great time because we have that BOGO going. When you join for a month, no contracts, right? Join at the monthly level. You get a free 12-month tarot reading. I'm going to record it and send it to you by email, right? So that is $150 value, yours free. Hop on in, right? People are telling me that this is life-changing. And on top of that, you get all of the benefits of our online community. Our vault of visualizations, all 14 going on 15 years this month, all 15 years of meditations by entrepreneurs, for entrepreneurs, recorded exclusively for you, our courses, our community, all the things in there. And it's also super quiet, so there's no advertisements, no drama, just all killer, no filler, right? It's okay. Coming back though, get your reps in, right? Because if you don't, you're shooting yourself in the foot by being undisciplined. The key is knowing that wherever your awareness goes, your energy flows. So you've got to focus on the positive. Get your reps in being disciplined on focus on the positive. Direct your attention there. All right. Let's head on over to algorithmic science, though, on the note of where your awareness goes, your energy flows. This is huge. We've got Scientific American, an article from them on algorithm bias and the danger of description. Okay, so we're talking about being disciplined, about positive focus. Let's read about what happens with negative focus from the technological point of view. All right, let's do it. From September of 2023 by Ananaya. Algorithms are making important decisions. What could possibly go wrong? Seemingly trivial differences in training data for algorithms can skew the judgments of AI programs, and that's not the only problem with automated decision making. Despite their known shortcomings, algorithms already recommend who gets hired by companies, which patients get priority for medical care, how bail is set, what television shows or movies are watched, who is granted loans, rentals, or college admissions, and which gig worker is allocated what task, among other significant decisions. All of that is guided by algorithms right now. Such automated systems are achieving rapid and widespread adoption by promising to speed up decision-making, clear backlogs, make more objective evaluations, and save costs. In practice, however, news reports and research have shown these algorithms are prone to some alarming errors. And their decisions can have adverse and long-lasting consequences in people's lives. One aspect of the problem was highlighted by the new study, which was published in the spring in the Science Advances journal. In it, researchers trained simple algorithmic systems to automatically decide whether a given rule was broken. All right. For example, one of these machine learning programs examined photographs of people to determine whether their outfits violated an office dress code, and another judged whether a cafeteria meal adhered to a school's standards. Okay. Each sample program had two versions, however, with the human programmers labeling the training images in a slightly different way in each version. In machine learning, algorithms use such labels during training to figure out how other similar data should be categorized. Pause. What does all that mean? So we're about to look at a study that they did to see how does an algorithm judge if a rule was broken. Especially on something subjective of like dress code, right? Am I breaking the dress code? How do you know? How do you know? Let's get into it. Let's keep going. Unpause. For the dress code model, one of the rule-breaking conditions was, quote, short shorts or short skirt. All right, no hose, got it. The first version of this model was trained with photographs that the human annotators were asked to describe using terms relevant to the given rule of short shorts or short skirts. Describe this photo, okay? For instance, they would simply note that a given image contained a short skirt. And based on that description, the researchers would then label that photograph as depicting a rule violation, okay? For the other version of the model, the researchers told the annotators the dress policy and then directly asked them to look at the photographs overall and judge which outfits broke the rule. The images were then labeled accordingly for training. Although both versions of the automated decision makers were based on the same rules, they reached different judgments. The versions trained on descriptive data issued harsher verdicts and were more likely to say that a given outfit or meal broke the rules than those trained on past human judgments. So, quote, so if you were to repurpose the descriptive labels to construct rule violation labels, you would get more rates of predicted violation and therefore harsher decisions, says the study co-author Aparna Bhagalopalan, a PhD student at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. The discrepancies can be attributed to the human annotators, of course, right? Everyone's view is subjective, who labeled the training data differently if they were asked simply to describe an image versus when they were told to judge whether the image broke a rule. Okay. Tying this back to positive focus. What you focus on expands. And so in this study, the describers of the photo were jerks, whereas the people who heard what the rule is and then judged based off of the rule of like, oh, they were the nice ones. So what does that mean? That means that the average describer, the average descriptive person, tends to describe negatively, tends to seek out and articulate violations rather than positive. Like, if you're looking for someone breaking the rule and you have to describe why it was broken rather than knowing what the rule is, you're going to go in and be a jerk. You're going to go in and be raw, intense, because you're on a mission to find the violation. The mind is naturally on a mission to find negativity. And this is problematic because that's what goes into the code of an algorithm. The negative bias. Negative description and seeking for the negative, right? If we're going off of just describing, that's where we're talking about this being the danger of how you describe things. If you are just doing it for yourself, fine. But what we're talking about in here is that these are algorithms. These are computer programs that are getting coded with this negative bias. And it's not just going to be about you. Your negative bias, if you're the describer of the like, yeah, that whole short skirt is so short, I don't know where it is. Like, it's riding up her butt, blah, 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 blah. Like, if you're having a good time feeling your oats, reading them to filth, just enjoying being the judgmental one, right? And waxing poetic around how this is wrong. This is a dress code violation. Right, and you're really looking to please them by finding more violations. That's what the computer gets trained on. And then you're creating a monster that's going to go out into the world and wreak havoc for everyone else. You may be a harsh judge for you, but you could get away with that. But the great thing about algorithmic science is that it shows us our perception and our bias, how it affects others because of us as developers, us as creators of the algorithm. bringing that back to your positive focus. If you're not used to celebrating and looking for the good, you are just going to look for the bad. And the interesting spiritual truth about the mind is that that's how life works. If you are just looking for negativity, law of attraction says that which is like is attracted to it. So that means you're going to get negative back for your negative output. And we are all negatively focused as a baseline. Why? It's an evolutionary response. Listen, Bob the monkey, a million years ago, hanging out in the tree next to Bill, the brazen monkey. Bill the brazen died because he's like, ooh, look at that tiger. I just want to pet him. That's so exciting. He was so positive. Bill the brazen monkey died. You know who lived? Bob. Good old Bob. Watched Bill be like, yeah, bro, have fun with that. That times 10,000 generations has created a mind looking for risk and avoiding it, looking for negativity and zeroing in on it, thriving on drama. And you'll see this in your social media feed now, or in your Netflix feed, or whatever, your TikTok feed, right? You'll see more and more drama in the algorithm because that's what drives primal human attention. We're talking about elevating your vibration and being intentional, rising above your primal human attention of kill, mate, feed, repeat, drama, right? All of that. Trying to bring you up to a more spiritual vibration, more empowered vibration so that you could be a conscious creator rather than like a crazy person, like a primal creator. A default creator, which is destructive by nature. You want to raise your vibration to being a conscious creator. And that's why we got to get our reps in on positive focus, or else we're just naturally going to end up shooting ourselves in the foot. Let's come on over to spirit then to see, all right, what do we need to know this week in particular? Awakening as a challenger. Awakening as a challenger, number 12 in the major arcana, Archangel Gabriel. So challenger means you are challenged to take a look at this. It's something you may be avoiding considering, but needs to be brought forward. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It is important to be yourself. I'm going to read for you. Hold on a second. Awakening. Challenger. It's time to review your plans according to this card and look at things from a new perspective. Pause. Are you resisting awakening? Are you resisting your awakening? That you are moving from a default negative primal creator to a conscious creator, a positive, intentionally positive creator. Are you resisting getting your reps in on being disciplined with your positive focus? Right? Notice right side up, the awakening looks like he's falling. Upside down, it looks like he's soaring. Right? Right side up, he's allowing himself to fall awake. Upside down, he's going against the grain. It is effort trying to fight it. You're trying to fight it. Unpause. It's time to review your plans according to this card and look at things from a new perspective. Ask yourself, is it possible that a different approach would work better? Although it may feel like events have come to a standstill, this is temporary. So make use of the extra time you've been given to rethink your strategies. Pause. Negative focus and focusing on the drama and having meltdowns and crying about all of what went wrong and all of the bad and all of the victimization is not helping. Maybe it's time for you to do something different. Maybe it's time for you to start exercising positive focus, have some more discipline about your mind and your emotions. Unpause. You may need to step outside of the norm in the mainstream right now and embrace your unique and eclectic beliefs or attitudes. It's also a good moment to be generous with your time, attention, and gifts. This tithing, quote unquote, is returned by the universe manyfold to you. Additional meanings of this card: epiphanies, selflessness, unexpected life changes, the need for patience, the power that lies in being oneself, unusual solutions. Archangel Gabriel is the angel who helps people become divine messengers of love. When you speak, think, and act from a place of love, others are irresistibly drawn to you. Tying this back to positive focus. Orient to love no matter what. The opposite of fear is love. If you've been caught up in a lot of fear, anxiety, negativity, overwhelm, it's time to get your reps in on seeing love, calling love, acknowledging love, vocalizing about the good, the positive, what you're grateful for, who you're grateful for, and why. Being a voice of love is being a light in the darkness, first to yourself. And because you are glowing, then you become a light to others. Be kind to yourself. If you just got used to focusing, instead of on love, focusing on what you hate, instead of focusing on positivity, focusing on all the negative stuff that's going on. You just got used to, instead of focusing on faith and where you're going, focusing on fear and what you're afraid may happen. Let go of that. Come back. Come back. Get your reps in. Positive focus. The action step of the day, therefore, is the strategic meditation. Of course, go ahead, open up your school app, get to the search bar. What you're going to type is Healing Crystal Waterfall Wings. Did you get that? One more time, type it into the search bar. Healing Crystal Waterfall Wings. If you're scrolling through on the app, you're going to go to the classroom, the vault of visualizations, and you're going to click on the angel meditations section of the vault. And it's the Healing Crystal Waterfall Wings meditation. It's 18 minutes. And when you do this angel meditation, you're going to open up that pure light again in you so that you can orient to pure light and positive energy. Return to that pure healing energy. Let that waterfall pour over you. Let the angel wings open up your heart chakra. Let them in so that you can return to pure positive energy. That's how you're going to have the strength to get your reps in on positive focus. Now, come to the end of this video and you may have more questions than ever. By the way, did you send this to someone? Is there someone else who needs more positive focus and has been like suffering under negativity? Hit that share button and the like. That tells the algorithm, by the way, that this is good content and I really appreciate it. Make sure you sent this to you, but if you come to the end of this video, you have more questions, hop on my calendar, click the link in the description, talkwithvictoria.com for short, and don't miss that buy one, get one promotion that we have going on the Be Visionary movement on school. Join our online community. When you join at the month-to-month level, no contracts needed, but when you join, you get a 12-month tarot card reading, custom only for you, emailed to you by yours truly. Like, that's worth hundreds of dollars. Go ahead and get it for free. Hop on in. We'll see you on the other side. Positive focus. Big hugs and love. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.